Cool.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Lullabots Show and Tell for Wednesday, August 23rd of the year 2017, where we are in the future and we will be exploring the future with Jared Bittner, as well as some other stuff by Greg. And I forgot what he's presenting, but I'm sure it's awesome. So let's go ahead and take it away, Jared.
Cool. Thanks, Carmen. So this is a application in VR called Anyland, where you create everything. You start out with nothing and have to create everything. So everything you see here, I've created. From these little flowers to these little mice down here, these trees, the vines, the welcome sign, um, these little robots. These are from a cartoon my kids really love called Storybots, and I thought I'd make them for my kids because they really love Storybots. um, yeah, and it's pretty amazing. I've spent a lot of time in here just because it's kind of addictive to create stuff. There's like a crystal structure I built. Thought it was really fun. I also like using it for ideas around interfaces. This is an interface that's kind of like one of the interfaces in Anyland. Basically, the way you do anything in Anyland is you have a ring. This is my ring of power. And when I touch my ring, I get a little interface and I can create things. You get a list of primitives that you can choose from to start with. And you just grab one of those and pull it off into the world. And then you can change it around. I can change its scale, any of its dimensions, this way, that way, manipulate it any way I want to. And you can, pull off anything you want to do. And then there's this nice little pencil along the side that you can use to color things. So you just touch it and color. Oh, hey, who's that? Is that Andrew? Hey, Andrew, how you doing? I'm over here building some stuff for everybody. You can't really see while I'm building, but you can look around. So yeah, I'm kind of building something. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
For the record, the rest of us cannot hear Andrew.
Oh,
Right.
for the record, nobody else can hear you on Zoom though. So they can't hear my system audio, evidently. So yeah, I'm just showing them kind of how to build some stuff here. So with the coloring pen, being able to color stuff, you can also do some crazy stuff like different effects, like make it glow. You can make it emit light. So you see everything's kind of has a red light now on it. And there's even like texturing. So you can do different textures on things. And you can do multiple textures. There's also particle effects, which can get kind of crazy. But if you see this one here, now there's these little stars that it's emitting out. Those tend to take a little more resources when you do them, but it's still pretty fun. And then when I hit done, anybody else, like Andrew in here, can see what I just created. Got a little spotlight thing going on here. And then anything you just grip and you can destroy it. And then it's gone. So yeah, that's pretty much Anyland. Andrew has found my Dalek. That's my most prized possession. Best thing I've probably created. I have a big one up here on top of the tree.
I know.
It's a little easier to see. So this is my Dalek. And yeah, it's created just with everything in here. Just putting them together and moving pieces around. And there's also a pretty cool scripting ability in here. So you'll see like these things right here are scripted to move. They animate just between two positions, and then they've got some particle effects down underneath, make them look like they're got like a little jet propulsion thing going on here. And the scripting language can get crazy, crazy. There's also an inventory system. I just pulled out my inventory here, so I can collect models that I've made or models that other people have made. Here's a crazy one. People are making these little, where'd it go? Lost it. Anyway, people are making these Pokemon balls, and it's not working for me right now. Let's see, turn that off. There we go. So you have these little balls, and when you throw them, they pop up to be some little thing. And then you have another ball that you can throw at them. Is that the right one? Anyway, if I hit the damn thing, it's moving too fast. It actually captures it back into the ball. So that's just a way to show you that there's this scripting ability to do things in here. And so there's tons and tons of rooms, and people have made some extremely complex things. They've made some nightclubs. You've got actual games. There's the Dragon Blood Inn. That's a pretty cool place. Very medieval type stuff. And yeah, I just spend way too much time building things. VR is interesting. There's lots of games you can play and stuff, but I really enjoy the creation aspect. Anything that I can create stuff in is way more fun, and I spend way more time in it because you just don't run out of things with your imagination. If you can utilize your imagination to build whatever you want to, that keeps me pretty happy. I'm a creator. Bob! Got him. Any questions?
How do you
Nice.
like does like how do you put together the thing like that Dalek thing, like in terms of snapping shapes to the right grid? Like is that
Yeah. Yep. There's actually a grid system, and there is snapping. So let's say I pull off one of these. On the back of the panel here, there's a way that I can do soft snapping. And what that does is it kind of aligns to a grid so that you have not just free form moving, but they actually move in accordance to a grid. There's a newer feature where you can, forget where it's at. I haven't been in here for a while, but there's a newer one where you can actually see the grid and move things accordingly to that grid. I can't remember where the option is. There's so many. The interface in here is interesting, but not always intuitive. There's tons and tons of different options, and it's like, oh, what does try show it far away to mean? Things like that. So
Glidey when thrown.
yeah, glidey when thrown. I like that one. Let's try that one, see what that does. Take this and throw it, and it glides.
of course.
Otherwise, it would just fall to the ground.
Does it hit a boundary, or will it just go off into infinite space?
So this, when you create a room, I believe there is a boundary. This one, I don't know what the boundary is. Oh man, somebody brought another Pokemon in. I have to create the ground, so I can get to the end of this or go underneath it. And so that's kind of like the boundary for me, for my area. because I've created the ground. I don't know if I think there's an actual maximum, like if I were to scale the ground out as far as it could go, I think there is a limit. But even then, like you can see it's huge. You've got a ton of area that you can do whatever you want to with. And if you run out of room, you just create another room. So you can I've created a couple different things. And of course, everybody else has created lots of different things. There's also permissions. So like I've made like Dave and Helena, they have this as well. And I've made them editors in here so they can actually edit the actual room and it stays. But other people, they can bring stuff into it, but like it disappears when everybody leaves. So it's kind of ephemeral. So permission
Cool.
system as well.
Can we go to the nightclub rave? That sounded pretty rad.
Let's check it out. All right, what do we got in here? We got some glow sticks.
Oh man,
A
VIP.
Rave lightsaber. Rave lightsaber version 2. That looks kind of cool. Block City teleport. It's over here. Oh, I got a bouncer. Uh-oh. Flash cube. So let's see. Oh, now I'm inside the rave. Whoa, geez, that really flashes, doesn't it?
It did say party.
So that's kind of cool. I can put it above my head and see what's in here a little bit more. So one of the things you can do in here is the creator of the room can play YouTube videos. So you can just like put a YouTube video up on the thing. So I'm sure that's probably what this is used for. And come in here, put up a YouTube video for DJing, and people can dance.
This would make Dance Music Friday a lot more fun.
I would agree.
Until you accidentally knock your computer over.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the nice thing about the Vive is you guys probably can't. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but if I get close to the wall, you see that? Can you see a grid? A blue grid that comes up? No?
Nope.
Okay, so it doesn't do that on the screen share. It just does it in my head. When you get close to the wall, part of the setup is you define your bounding box. And so you outline where your actual walls are, and then when you get close to it, this grid comes up so that you can see you're getting close to the wall, and you probably want to stay in. Oh, hey, there's Helena. Hi, Helena. La di effing da. I gotta see what this rave lightsaber does. Oh, that's fun. There's rules. Don't ruin the party. No trolling, guns, or videos. Quest songs to the DJ. It doesn't do anything. So yeah, one of the rules of Anyland is anything in Anyland has to be built in Anyland. There's no way to import like models from other things. Oh, whoa, where did that come from? That must be what the board does. But you can export. So I can create models in here. One of the things that I'm working on for Contenta, I created, let's see, what is it? Recipe Island. So I created these models in Anyland, and then I exported them, and I can use them in A-Frame for WebVR. So this is kind of the idea of the thing that I'm creating. All this data will come from Contenta. You'll be able to scroll through it. When you select one, all the ingredients just kind of show up here in the bowl. And then you'll be able to take them from the bowl, put them in the oven, and there'll either be a timer or a button to push or something to cook the ingredients, and then you pull it out and it'll be like a different model, so it'll look like a casserole or something like that. I'll do something fairly simple for that so far, but yeah, prototyping, it's fun. Like my noodles.
Yes.
So cool. That was only 15 minutes, I guess, but that's pretty much the basics of Anyland and why I like to spend lots of time in it.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much.